my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Glazed. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time, we took down the champion of the Rancor region, Soul, and we became the champion of 3 regions. In today's episode, as you can see, I am just outside of the entrance to the Johto Pokemon League, because we need to backtrack just a little bit. Now, we've been catching a lot of legendary Pokemon, but in order to be able to continue and catch the remaining ones around these regions, we need to unlock a couple things. We need to trigger a couple events, and there's just a couple little things that we need to do. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of these subquests today, which is something that I know we've been needing to do. So once again, make sure you give this video a like as we go into our first battle. If you guys remember when we actually took down, oh well, we have to take down this guy first. As I was saying, if you guys remember when we took down Claire here in Johto, she actually told us that she had no idea where Lance was, and the thing is that Lance has been hiding. Now, nothing has actually happened to him. He's just been hiding away here inside of this mountain, so that's what we're actually going after today. We need to find Lance because that's going to open up the possibility for us to catch Groudon, Rayquaza, and Kyogre, so that's what has to do with Lance. Aside from Lance, we're also going to be catching a couple other legendary Pokemon today, so we still have quite a bit today. I know that we have a bunch of legendary Pokemon still to go, so I'm going to go ahead and try to take care of them as fast as I can, because you guys know that legendaries are definitely something tough to handle. As you can see, we can swim onto this ladder, but we can't progress from it, so we're gonna have to teach one of our Pokemon dive in order to be able to move through here. Now, this is really cool. I gotta tell you, it's something different, and it's definitely another way to introduce little challenges in this game, so you wouldn't be able to cross through here until you have both surf and dive, so that's actually really cool. We're gonna go ahead and teach that to Gilligan so we can go ahead and dive down then, and let's see what's gonna await us in the deep sea. It's kind of surprising that there is some sort of underwater cavern here in the mountains as well. I gotta tell you, that's not something that I expected. I'm not even sure if this is possible. The fact that we are now in the ocean under some mountain. There's no way that this could actually be happening in real life. Let's go back up to the surface then. I think we are just about where I want us to be. Or I tell myself that. I hope that we end up finding our way to the peak of the mountain. That is where we're headed, by the way, the peak of the mountain. It looks like we are gonna have to teach another Pokemon this. Also, as you guys may have noticed, or may not have noticed, I told you guys that I wanted to switch our Pokemon again, so I went ahead and brought Team Moon back out. So once again, we have Yami, Zuko Jr., Gilligan, Cranky, Hedwig, and Kuza, and all these Pokemon are definitely gonna be helping us out. I thought since Team Sun did take down the champion, that we could use Team Moon for the remaining of the legendary Pokemon, and I think that'll be very good too. I've been really happy with our 12 Pokemon. I think it was a great idea building these 2 teams. At the beginning of the adventure, I thought about building 2 teams, and I didn't know how it was gonna go, and I gotta tell you guys, it's been very successful, and I'm really happy that we used 12 Pokemon in this adventure. It's definitely something that I'm gonna have to keep in mind for other adventures, now that I've actually had the chance to use it, and I believe that we've used it quite successfully at that, especially with all the different mixes of teams we can have. I am blonde. Okay, I brought us back up. I don't know why I went down those. Be careful, guys. Don't jump down those steps. You don't want to get yourself stuck in this place. With that, we are gonna go ahead and take on this battle. Ooh, we are going to keep it going. Also, one other thing that you may have noticed from Team Moon is the fact that everyone is around level 85. So I know that Team Sun was not as high level, but I thought that these Pokemon are going to be helping us out for the long run, so we'd be better off starting to train them up, because I know that we're going to have to train them up to about level 100 before everything is said and done. Now, we made it to the peak, and this is what we have been waiting for, because we are going to find an old friend, which I believe has been missing in this adventure. Oh, hey, my name is Lance, and I know you're the champion of Johto. In fact, you're just the person I was looking for. I have a friend named Red who was training Mount Silver when it erupted. I'm worried about him. Anyway, would you like to come with me? Sure. Thanks a lot. I have an idea. Meet me at the Goldenrod train station. Now, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next location, as I mentioned. Okay, so Lance is going to be headed to Goldenrod City, but as I mentioned to you guys before, I am taking care of subquests today because we need to go ahead and unlock all of this before we can catch the remaining legendaries. Now, we are going to go ahead and make our way inside of another cave because we need to do a little more exploring. Now, this is the cool part about these subquests is that we're going to get to explore little areas that we haven't had the chance to see before, which is really cool. Now, we are inside of Union Cave. We've never been through Union Cave before, so I'm going to go ahead and put Gilligan up in front. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of battles coming up, but let's hope that it'll lead us the way we want to go. Let's take them on. Now, let's see what else there is in this cave. It looks like we could head to the top, or we can take the ladder. I think I'm just going to take the ladder. I think we're better off exploring deeper inside of this place. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I explore little areas such as this, I get such a nostalgic feeling whenever I hear this music. This little music just fills me inside with joy, and it reminds me of when I was a kid and would explore all these little areas. We're going to take this guy on, though. So far, so good. As I was saying, it brings me back to my childhood whenever we get to explore these places. I feel like that is what was super cool about Pokemon when we were kids. The fact that we could just explore and find out so much about this little world just in the palm of our hands. Who wouldn't wanted to go ahead and explore a whole nother little world? I think it's really cool that we had the chance to do that, and I'm so lucky that we still have the chance to do that today, even with Pokemon Sun and Moon coming out. I think it's going to be amazing to see what else they have in store for us. Hopefully, you know, they bring back a little bit more of that simple feeling. I think that's what's been missing a little bit in Pokemon. Just so you can have those little warm feelings, those little bits of nostalgia. I think it would be good if they bring it back home a little bit and just kind of simplify the games, because I think that'll definitely help it out. But we'll have to see more about that as we get going. Now, we have made it to the ruins of Alf, and now this is what we need to do in order to open up access to the Regis. So as you guys can see, there's Braille here. What that Braille says is that we need to walk counterclockwise. So just make sure that you run around counterclockwise in this room, as I just did, and a door is going to open. Also, you do have to read the Braille, so just a quick heads up. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it sounded as something rumbled far away. Now, we have gone ahead and unlocked a bunch of different... Yeah, we just have a bunch of access to different things now. The Regis are unlocked for us. There's a bunch of different Pokemon spread across the region. I'm going to go ahead and take us to our next place, though. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, the Regis are now available for us, so we are here in Gemini Village. I know, we haven't been here in quite a while. We're going to go ahead and make our way back into Mount Stratus, because we are going to be going and catching the Reggie Trio today. So yes, we are going to be going after Reggie Ice, Registeel, and Reggie Rock. Now, this is something that I needed to do because there are so many legendaries in this game that I don't think it would be possible for me to catch all of them. in one go. So we're gonna just start things off like this. I am very glad that we did these 2 subquests though. As I said, the first one, the one with Lance, is for Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, and what we just did here in the Ruins of Alph is going to help us out with a couple more legendaries as well. So that's the cool thing, that all these little things we do are going to help us out later on as we get going. There are a ton of legendaries here, so it's going to be nice being able to figure out where they're hiding. I think that's one of the coolest things, when we get to go into their little places and just figure out where they're at. Check this out here, check this out there. I think it's really cool to get the chance to do that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are just about where we need to be. Oh, and so a quick correction for you guys, because I am totally going off my rocker here. What I meant to say was that the Lance subquest is actually a whole nother thing to get Groudon, and now what we just stepped on is what's actually going to allow us to go after pretty much everybody else. So just make sure that you take care of these subquests. Just, you know, something that you guys make sure you need to get them done. It's just something that we all have to do. With that though, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Rodri versus Registeel. So let's go ahead and take on the first of the Reggie Trio. It's kind of cool seeing these guys here. They're always sort of hiding in some little place. That's why you just have to go ahead and find them when you can. So this is going to be a simple catch. As I mentioned to you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the Master Ball. So we should be pretty good to go. I am not too worried about it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. We have gone ahead and caught the first of the Reggies. So pretty simple. We needed to do this in order to catch this Pokemon. So with that, guys, we have gone ahead and added the Reggie to our squad. We're going to call it Iron, and Iron has been transferred to the PC. Let's go ahead and check out the other caves then and see what other Reggies we can find around here. So let's go ahead and enter our second cave. Ooh, there we have Reggie Rock. So let's go ahead and talk to it. Representing the Stone Age, it is I, Reggie Rock. Prepare to face the Master of Stone. Here we go, Rodri versus Reggie Rock. So let's go ahead and take on our second Reggie. Now, the cool thing about these Reggies is they are just chilling here. So as I said to you guys, just take care of the Ruins of Alph subquest, take care of the Lance subquest. Those are just 2 things that you need to do in order to catch all these legendaries. I know that we're going to have a bunch to go. And the cool thing is, too, that you guys heard from Lance, so there we have it. Pokemon was caught that at the top of Mount Silver, he hasn't been able to find his friend Red. So we're going to have to find Red as well, which means we are going to have to battle him. And you guys know what that means. Whenever you have to battle Red, it's going to prove to be a very, very tough battle. So another reason that also leaves us with having to train our Pokemon. Now, last but not least, it looks like we are going to have... Where's the last Reggie? There it is. So let's go ahead and make our way inside. Last but not least is Reggie Ice. So let's go ahead and challenge it. Representing the Ice Age, it is I, Reggie Ice. Prepare to face the Master of Ice. Here we go, Rodri versus Reggie Ice, Regice, Regice, whatever you want to call this guy. Let's go ahead and throw another Master Ball then, and we are going to be looking quite good for today. So, I am very happy with the way things have been going. Now, I know we still have to catch all of Gen 3 and all of Gen 4's legendaries, so that is something that I will be taking care of, guys. So, just make sure that you stay tuned for that, because we still have quite a bit to go. I'm telling you, there's over 10 legendaries. Who knows how many we still have to go. Let's go ahead and give this Regice a nickname then. And as I was giving the other Pokemon pretty, just, you know, nicknames that are out there, I thought Rock was pretty good for Reggie Rock. I thought those are pretty cool nicknames. We're going to call Reggie Ice Arc as in Arctic. So with that, guys, it looks like we are done here, and I am the Reggie now. Apparently, whoever comes in here is going to have to challenge us. Let's see if I can use an escape rope to get out of this place. I feel like, yep, escape ropes don't really work anywhere we have been. I don't know why that is. You'd think they would make escape ropes a little more handy. I think it should work here now. So let's go ahead and get out of here. As I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, next time we will continue with the legendary hunting. So make sure you guys leave me some tips and comments on what's coming up. They are much appreciated. I read all of them, and really, guys, they're really awesome. I love playing through this adventure with you guys. So once again, make sure you guys give this video a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.